Wallingford-Swarthmore reorganization meeting. I now call to order the reorganization meeting of the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District Board of School Directors. I would like to take roll call of holdover school board directors. Mr. Kevin Henry, President.
Here.
Ms. Kelly Walkman, Vice President.
Here.
Ms. Mary Jo Witkowski-Smith, Assistant Board Secretary, Present. Mrs. Christine Dole. Here. Dr. David Grande.
Here.
Ms. Rachel Holbert. Not present. Mr. Robert Miller.
Here.
Ms. Michelle Williams.
Here.
And Ms. Nanette Whitsett.
Here.
Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it is one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Written notice of this reorganization meeting was mailed to each school board director on November 18th, 2024, and it read, "Please be advised that the Wallingford-Swarthmore School Board of Directors will hold their reorganization meeting on Monday, December 2nd, 2024 at 7 p.m. in the Strathaven Middle School Library. At that time, the board will elect its officers through December of 2025 and seat newly elected board members." Are there any comments from the public for items on the agenda? Hearing none, let's move to the nominations for election of temporary president. May I have a nomination for temporary president?
I'd like to nominate Dr. Dave Grande for temporary president.
Are there any other nominations for the position of temporary president? Hearing none, I declare the nominations are closed. As the nominations are closed and Dr. Grande is the only candidate nominated, I move for Dr. Grande's election by acclamation for the position of temporary president. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I now turn the meeting over to Dr. Grande.
All right, that takes us to microphone on. That takes us to the election for president for the upcoming year. May I have a nomination for office of president?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Kevin Henry for president.
Okay. Any other nominations? All right. Hearing none, I declare the nominations are closed. As the nominations are closed and Kevin is the only candidate nominated, I move for Kevin's election by acclamation for office of president. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, say nay. All right. Congratulations, Mr. Henry. The gavel is yours, Kevin.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Grande. That was easy. Okay, now we're moving on to vice president for the ensuing year and nominations for vice president. May I have a nomination for office of vice president? Are there any nominations for the office of vice president?
I nominate Michelle Williams.
Any other nominations? As the seeing none and nominations are closed and Michelle is the only candidate nominated, I move for Michelle's election by acclamation for the office of vice president. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you and congratulations, Mrs. Williams. Moving now on to assistant board secretary and nominations for assistant board secretary. May I have a nomination for the office of assistant board secretary? Are there any nominations for the office of assistant board secretary?
I'd like to nominate Ms. Witkowski-Smith.
Any other nominations? All right, nominations are closed, and as Mary Jo Witowski-Smith is the only candidate nominated, I move for Mary Jo Witowski-Smith to be by acclamation for the office of Assistant Board Secretary. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, congratulations, Mrs. Witowski-Smith. All right. Moving on to Treasurer. May I have a nomination for the Treasurer? Are there any nominations for Treasurer?
I nominate David Brown.
Thank you, Ms. Witset. Any other nominations? Okay, seeing none, as nominations are closed and Dr. Grandy is the only candidate nominated, I move for Dr. Grandy by acclamation for Treasurer. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, congratulations, Dr. Grandy. Okay, moving on to appointment of in-district representatives. Included in our agenda is a listing of in-district committee representatives and out-of-district representatives. These appointments are made by the president and do not require board action. I'll read them real quickly. Basically, we didn't make many changes to our standing committees from last year. So going forward into the new year, the Educational Affairs Committee will be chaired by Mary Jo Witowski-Smith and members Christine Dolay, Michelle Williams, and Nanette Witset. Facilities and Finance Committee will continue to be chaired by Dr. David Grande. Members include myself, Rachel Holbert, and Robert Miller. The Policy Committee will continue to be chaired by Kelly Walkman, and members Christine Dolay, Michelle Williams, and Nanette Witset. The Wellness Committee will include Dr. David Grande and Christine Dolay. Appointment of out-of-district representatives. Delaware County Community College will be represented by Robert Miller. Delaware County School Board's Legislative Council will continue to be handled by Kelly Walkman, and our PSBA liaison will continue to be handled by Mary Jo Witowski-Smith. Moving on to approval of school board meetings for calendar year from January through December. That's basically all the board meetings next year. They are listed here. I imagine we'll get them up on the website if they're not already. Is that correct? No, we will get them up. Sorry, yes, so I don't need to read all the dates, but they will make them available to public ASAP. So those dates are there. Moving on to, we do need to approve that. I don't see it there, but do I have a motion to approve the school board meetings for the calendar year, January 2025 through December 2025? So moved. Thank you, Mr. Miller. I don't think I need a second, do I? I don't think I know. How about that, Christine?
Second.
There we go, we'll just be official. I think we can just move by acclamation. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, those are approved. So the dates are approved and we'll get those up for public viewing quickly. Finally, number 12, here we got comments from the board. Do any school board members wish to make any comments at this time? Mrs. Walkman, please.
Just a quick question on the DCIU, and do we need to nominate somebody to?
We will have, yeah, it's open right now.
It's still open?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still looking for someone who was willing to do that one. All right,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
I just want to take a moment to thank Ms. Walkman for her many years of leadership of the board. I know we have another year together on the board, but you have served in a leadership capacity far beyond what many have been asked to do during some various challenging times. And so I just want to thank all that you've given to the school district and this board, and your leadership has been incredibly important to the school district. So thank you for that.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I would also like to second what Dr. Grande just said, Kelly. You've been, personally, thank you for helping me. Your counsel has been invaluable. Your sense of humor, you always have the right words. And I said it, I forget what was it last year about that there's a difference between being nice and being kind, and that's still, you're both, and that still applies. So I want to really thank you. You have served this board and our community for many years, and some very difficult times as well. And so I really appreciate your service to us, our school district, and our community. So thank you. And I want to thank all the members of the board for trusting me again with another year being president. I'm honored to do it, and it is a privilege that I don't take lightly. I respect so much the people that sit here. So I thank you for that. And it is a privilege to serve with you, serve our school district and our community. So thank you very much. and I'm excited for another year. If we don't have any other comments, we'll move on to audience recognition for topics not on tonight's agenda. Do we have any? Caitlin? No, okay. I just wanted to make sure.